Welcome to another live session of Seibert Media. I have a guest. It's Mathieu from LumApps. Hi.
Hi.
We're going to be talking about like the next generation of intranet, corporate, social intranet portals based on Google Cloud. Like, are you actually a GSuite app, or is it a Google Cloud app? What's the technical right term for what we're presenting today?
So we are an application recommended by Google. So it perfectly integrates to your GSuite deployment.
Okay, cool. How would you like on the streets? We're meeting, and you say, "I'm Mathieu from London, right?" I'm asking you, what are you doing? What is LumApps doing?
So LumApps is a corporate portal. So this is a social intranet that helps companies to build internal communication and build more employee engagement. So this is really an efficient tool to do top-down communication, bottom-up communication, and one-to-one communication. So with LumApps, you have a single portal to access your business apps, your user directory. And for the companies, it's the right way to push the right content to the right people in your organization.
Okay, so you say you're the recommended app by Google. What I understand is you're the only recommended intranet solution by Google, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
Yes, so...
Did you give them money, or is your product so awesome?
No bribery here. No. Recommended means that we are working on the same roadmap with Google. So let me mention that out of the 1,000 apps on the Google Marketplace, we are one of the few recommended by Google and the only one for intranet. So it means we are working on the same roadmap. So we have the same objectives, same goals, and we work them out together. And when it comes to features release, we make sure that they are not duplicated between the two offerings. So this is what it means.
Okay, cool. What I like a lot about your solution is that it's very easy to get in, and it's very easy to scale. So if you're in a big company, you can try out LumApps pretty simple. And then after a proof of concept with, I don't know, 50 people, you can scale up to 250,000 people, because Google has already this whole environment of scaling to millions of users. Do you see that happen a lot with your customers? Do they do it this way, or do they start big bang, everyone's in from the very start?
Well, it's up to companies' requirements. If they want to decide to engage a proof of concept with a small amount of users, and then to see if it works out to extend it, why not? It is really up to companies' requirements, but we have the same capacities to deploy to 50 users to 250,000 users. So yes, there is no difference for us. I mean, this is something we can handle perfectly.
Okay. When you're talking to customers, one of the questions that I would ask myself is, what's the difference? So I already have GSuite. I'm paying for that with my company. What is the value add of LumApps that I get when I buy your solution on top of GSuite?
So LumApps is really acting like a central access point for your business applications, including GSuite. So this is not overlapping, because on the portal, and I can show it to you later, you got different level of integrations with widgets, and you can access from one click to your productivity applications, such as Gmail, Calendar, Google Docs.
Yeah, how about we just dive in and see how that looks. So you should be seeing Mathieu's computer right now. And so this is a Google Chrome browser with the LumApps demo site, right? Okay,
It is.
walk
It
us
is.
around.
It is. So you can see here. This is the main page of the intranet, and you can see here my my Google profile on the.
Peter
So,
Dawn.
yes, this is
Mhm.
this is obviously a default user for the demonstration. And if I click here on this button, you can see that I can access my productivity
Mhm.
applications from Google. So in that way, we are very complementary to
Mhm.
your GSuite deployment because we give you an access to use your GSuite tools more easily.
Mhm.
Then you can also access third parties applications, business apps such as Salesforce or Google Analytics.
So that's basically a link, or is there any SSO implemented or something like that?
This is integrated via APIs.
Yeah. Okay.
Via APIs. So one click away, you can access your
Mhm.
applications. So LumApps is very good for that because it helps companies and users to access all their applications that they need to work every day on a single widget, on a single dashboard.
Do you support any SSO type of technologies like SAML or Kerberos or any other OAuth or whatever? Or is this more a link?
So the connections are made through widgets, and we got a different level of integrations. We got predefined widgets with different levels of integrations. So this can be metadata, RSS feed, Google Drive, links, videos, but you can also do a custom integration with the API library that we have, api.lumaps.com. With a full list of coding language that you can pick and use with tutorials as well to help you create that.
Yeah.
So this is the levels of integration that we have.
Okay, cool. So I see a logo, LumApps. That could be my company logo, obviously. A search.
Yes.
What did it search? Like everything in GSuite and that I've put in LumApps, or also my emails, or
Yes.
probably other colleagues' emails, right?
Yes. So I can execute a search for you. For example, I can look up for my colleague Angelina. And what it does is that it uses the Google search power. So it will look up in the portal, in LumApps portal, but also in your Drive folders as well. So you see different categories here.
Yeah.
And
so that's kind of the answer. Content from the portal, users, media, directories, Drive. Okay.
Yes.
Directories, does that mean like local directories, or what?
Yes.
What is under directories?
So the directory is the one you integrate to LumApps. So in this case, this is the Google profiles.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So Active Directory or something like that.
Yes,
or,
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I can show you how it works. This is when you click on the name,
Mm-hmm.
you got all the information about my colleague Angelina, where she's located, her mobile phone, who is a manager, and the skills that she has. Mm-hmm. And here you can see the org chart as well. This is defined by what you fill here. And here you can send an email, and here you can start to launch a hangout with her. Mm-hmm. And yes, basically the directory looks like it in LumApps. And obviously you can connect other third-party directories. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be Google, so it can be directories coming from Workday, for example. Mm-hmm. And you have the search tool here with more detailed
like filters.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Title, location, email, etc. And boom, you click here. Mm-hmm. You can look up more easily.
Can we go back to the starting page? So obviously there's a navigation bar. Is that fixed, or can I change that as an administrator?
This one? Mm-hmm. Yes, you can tailor it, customize it. So here, this is only a demo environment, but obviously you can, when you implement the solution, you can define your own tabs and your own sections.
Okay, so earlier today, you showed how easy it is to change this interface. Maybe we could go back and look at how you get additional widgets, how you change them, what type of widgets are available. That's probably something that is interesting for people to see.
Yes, absolutely. So you click on this button, settings, and you have different levels of editing, log events, actually, but I will show you the basic one, which is edit content. So I can do it because I got the admin access. So bear in mind that not every user can modify the platform. I'm doing so because I have the right authorizations to do so. So here you can see that you got the widgets of the pages, and you can play around with it, change position. So you can decide how you want your main page to look like. And if I want to create a widget, I click on this button, plus another widget appears, and you double click here, and you got different widgets that are proposed to you.
Okay, let's read them out. Like awesome table, breadcrumb, calendar, comments, community list, community post list, contact form, content filter. The list goes on, and we actually have quite a few. Like, oh, Draw.io seems familiar to me. That's a product that we offer in the lesson realm as well. Okay, HTML content. You showed iframe earlier. That's probably I scroll over that. Okay.
And yes, for example.
And through your API, I could have my own widget here.
Yes.
Know, something from my legacy system, or
Absolutely.
Just put in HTML content. Okay.
Absolutely, or via iframe as well. So I will show you, like, to create an HTML content. This is very easy. You click here, you got a text. You can basically write something here, and on this side you have settings. So you can put your widget title here, and if I click on the advanced settings, I can select the restriction. So I can decide to remove the access of that widget to a specific group, which is very important in LumApps, because it means that as a communication manager or HR manager, you can decide which you want to display to whom. So the right information to the right people. Yeah. So that's a very important element to mention. So this is how you create and add a new widget.
Okay. So if we leave this editing as you did, there is other widgets on this page that you've prepared. Maybe we can get a quick run through from you so that we you show us what you think. Is that like those widgets? Were they just easily available, or is that actually what you see used the most by your customers?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So yes, on this demo environment, this is quite a medley of the art of the possible. So obviously, it depends on the customers what they want to show and display. But here, for example, you got the corporate news section. So this is the news that is spread through every employee in the company. So you decide to do so with the example I just showed you with the restriction. So this is really the top-down communication feel of the platform. Here you got a widget for the social community. So this is a social network. This is corresponding to this workspace that we can see later. So this way I can interact and engage with my colleagues in that are parts in specific groups. I can like it as well. Then if I scroll down, there is the profile news. So you can see that you have different sections, all corporate, country, and sales. So if I'm Mathieu, I'm in London, I will see on this section the London news. that are relevant to me. And you do so because as a communication manager, you can see, you can define the audience, and myself as well. On my profile, I am defined by a group or business unit or location.
Yeah.
So this is how this news is being pushed to me. I can interact with it by a like or a comment. So this is really a social layer that we added to it. Here you got a widget for job offers that are powered by Workday. So Workday is connected via APIs. Here you got an RSS feed widget populated from the Twitter feed, from one specific Twitter feed.
Yeah.
Here you got key figures from ServiceNow for customer satisfaction, again integrated via APIs. You can also create a poll to take feedback from your employees. If I scroll down, I have access to my Google Space. So here you have 3 widgets on about my Gmail, my Drive, and my calendar. So again, the interaction to G Suite here is made possible. You got a section My Business Apps. So you got a business apps catalogs. This is a strong use case from our customers. So this is a widget, a dashboard that shows your business apps according to the group you are part of. So if I'm in sales, I will see Salesforce, but I won't necessarily see marketing because I won't be part of the marketing group. So this is one link away of your applications. Here, this is an HR vacation scheduling application connected via iframe. So I can here decide to accept or reject the request that I get. And you got the community workspace from LumApps. So you can see the post of my colleagues here, or the group that I'm part of. And on this section, you got different groups of collaboration within the workspace that are suggested to me based on my behavior, on my metadata powered by the analytics that we have on LumApps.
Okay, cool.
So this is a page to show you the art of the possible of what you can get on LumApps.
Okay. How do customers normally start this journey? Do they start by creating an instance by themselves, or do they call you? Do you give them a demo? What's the first steps that you would recommend, and what do you see customers do a lot?
So the first step I would recommend is to arrange a demo. Arrange a demo with me if you are interested in showing the solution. We can discuss for 30 or 45 minutes, so to understand your needs and possible requirements. Otherwise, you can access the trial version on the G Suite marketplace. So you can launch LumApps for your domain, valid for 1 month. This way you can.
So the first month is for free anyway.
Yes, but you have limitations on this as well. I mean, you can't, you have, if you want to have advanced features with us, I advise you to call us and we can look into your requirements more deeply. But to have a first feel, yes, you can use our trial version.
Okay, cool. Is there a freemium model? Like, do you offer a free version for my company for every employee, or is it just like some days it's free and I have to pay? How does that work? Like, where is the paywall where I really need to talk to a Google partner like Seibert Media or your company to get the full features?
So we have a pricing model which is a yearly fee. And there are different ranges according to the number of users that you have, and we typically have such conversation with customers after a demonstration. So yes, I would be pleased to have that conversation on a one-to-one because not everyone has the same.
So, but what I get from this answer is there's no unlimited free version of any kind where like I can get limited features for free or anything, right? This is not a freemium model. It's actually a for pay model. At one point,
yes,
I will talk to you and buy the software.
yes,
Okay.
yes. You need to have a conversation with us, and we can work out your needs, your requirements, etc.
Okay.
And yes, it's not.
If you should highlight one specific feature out of your Intranet suite, what do you think is the #1 reason that customers pick up LumApps when they use GSuite?
I would say access to information and news. Often in companies, the information is siloed, located in different instances or software. At LumApps, we centralize everything. This is a central hub to access your GSuite collaborative tools, your business apps, the corporate news, and knowledge base as well. So I would say this is the #1 feature and the #1 reason of why companies want to go for LumApps.
With our bigger customers, we often see things like approval processes. So someone would write a news, and then someone else would look at it and approve it. And if this and that person has approved it, it can go on the portal. Do you have any sort of approval process like that, or is that not a use case that you see a lot?
Yes, well, you have different levels of users in the portal. So you got the content manager that is that is pushing on the platform news or information, and then you have admin which allows the access to specific users, and then you got the normal users. So you have three ranges of set of users.
Like if you're one of those 4 people watching that right now, this is a time where you can ask questions. I don't know whether we already have questions. Alina will help us. What is something that you see in demos a lot that people ask for that we didn't cover yet? Is there anything missing where you say?
I think I can show you the Workspace community, because this is really a strong added value that we have at LumApps. So we decided to put that in place because it is a strong complement to Google Plus, and this is really the one-to-one communication part. So you can really interact with your colleague, engage not only with your colleagues but also with your management. You have different groups: HR, IT, finance. So you can really collaborate easily on that. If you want to create a post, for example, I have a question on finance. I want to ask my finance director, hi, how does it work for expenses? You just post that, and I know that the people in the finance group, they will see it, because it's going to be pushed on their page, and you can interact and comment as well. So this enables really a strong collaboration. And on this part, you got also shared Google Drive and shared Google Calendar according to the group you are part of. And you can also execute a search by type, by post status, or relevant comment. So this Workspace community is really strong if you want to build engagement and happiness in your organization. You also have gamification aspect. So as a manager, you may want to reward the most engaged or the most motivated employees in your company. So you can create a system, a point system based on who uses the most the platform.
We had this in our conversation earlier already. There's a LumApps app that you've created. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal usage within your company, or how you see customers use it? So what is this app for? What's the main use case that you see?
So we have more mobile native apps on iOS and Android, well, we have a lot of customers who wanted to give an access to the intranet to their like field workers, for example, retailers in the shops. When they are standing between the corridors, they don't necessarily have an access to a desktop, so they can access LumApps on their phone, and they can execute a search, look for information product, for example. So for field workers in retail industry or manufacturing, we noticed that this is a strong use case for mobile.
Cool. Is there any questions that we should cover? Okay, no. Then I would say, Mathieu, thank you so much for coming over from London to do this.
Thank you.
Actually, if you're interested in LumApps, Mathieu gave us a longer, no, not longer, but a different presentation this morning during our Google Cloud breakfast, with some slides and more general information about LumApps. There's definitely the option to try it out yourself. You can contact Mathieu and his team directly. You can contact Seibert Media. There's a lot of ways to get in contact with this GSuite officially recommended social intranet. I wish you all the best for making this the most successful intranet available on the Google ecosystem, and looks very promising. All the best.
Thank you. Thanks for your invite. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye.